So there was a media availability today, and LeBron James finds himself in the middle of a controversy after he and Kevin Durant carry champion. You know, I watched that. I watched what Durant and LeBron said with Kerry Champion in that car. I don't know if you guys have watched that video. And there were strong takes from both of them on the president and on the state of the country right now. And that's the thing about this country is we can do that. You know, we can voice our opinion on that. I was so stunned by the personal nature and kind of the closed-minded and condescending response that Laura Ingraham had, because at one point she took off on Kevin Durant for his grammar, and it was, look, hold my mic for me for 1 second, because I've been saying this. There's way too much of this these days, and not enough of this when we're trying to talk about things that matter to us. Yeah, everybody's like, no, you got to believe what I believe, and if you don't, I'm going to attack you. We don't have to do it that way. Ernie, you can disagree. Hold on 1 second, Chuck. You can disagree with what Kevin Durant and LeBron James said. You don't have to make it that way. And it was disgusting to me to watch that response.
Ernie, don't be getting emotional over Fox News. Fox News do what they do. Nobody pays Fox News any attention but people who voted for Donald Trump in that segment. I mean, I don't even break a sweat. Those people aren't going to change. Fox News, they do what they do. I mean, they're not trying to be conciliatory. They're not trying to make friends. They do what they do. Listen, I'm not a big fan of the president, but he gonna do what he wants to do. He doesn't really care what anybody thinks. But I'm not going to overreact. First of all, LeBron James is LeBron James. First thing I would have said, who's Laura Ingraham? If she was in this crowd right now, we wouldn't know her. If LeBron James walked around, these people would be mobbing him. But Fox News do what they do. You know, I laugh. Like sometimes when I want humor, I turn on Fox News.
You didn't find shut up and dribble offensive as it can possibly be.
That's what she was trying to do. What, you think she was trying to be friends? If somebody's trying to make me mad, I'm not going to get mad. She did exactly what she wanted to do.
You know, everyone, of course, is entitled to free speech. First of all, I would like to see her tell LeBron, shut up and dribble in front of LeBron's mother. I'd like to see that.
No, we don't want to see that.
Well, no, I mean, I want to see, guys want to be smart and they want to run their mouth and they want to do certain things. I agree with Ernie. Ernie can say what he wants to say. I can say what I want to say. We don't have to agree, but you don't have to take personal shots at people. And that was very upsetting to me a little bit. But, LeBron's going to continue to do what he does. And, he makes great valid points. Everybody feels the same way he does. He makes great valid points, and he's allowed to express that. But, when people go personal, that ain't right.
Yeah, I don't know Laura Ingraham at all. I don't know her personally. But to me, it was one of the dumbest statements I've heard, only because of this. It actually contradicted everything that she was saying. She's saying that you shouldn't be able to talk while she's talking about it. So it's the double contradiction. It's a contradiction of actually what you're saying. And secondly, the shut up and dribble comment, this exposes her in terms of, I think when there was when my dad was growing up, and there was, and then it was the 60s and 70s, I always called it the tidal wave effect. If you see people, you could see what they were talking about because you've seen the dogs, you've seen people chased in the streets and all those things. We're in the undercurrent now of the ocean, so to speak. It pulls you in and you don't know sometimes it's pulling you. She just exposed herself in terms of, I'm part of that undercurrent and that tidal wave. And that's what I think about not just African-American people, basketball players. She's thinking of people in general who are not like her, or don't think like her.
But listen, if you look, Kenny, I think that we as people got to be smarter. People want to get a rise out of you.
Yeah.
President Trump.
It's like the person on Instagram.
That's why I don't do anything.
Right, it's the person that has 8 followers, and they say something about the highly touted people.
President Trump has made it perfectly clear he does not like Hispanics. He does not like Muslims. He's made it perfectly clear. And that's his base. Fox News is the #1 for that base. So when they say stuff, I just take it with a grain of salt. They never trying to be civil. There's a certain faction. President Trump has emboldened them to say it more, but I don't waste a lot of energy. I call it wasted energy, overreacting to, like, say, Ernie, Laura Ingraham, I didn't even know she was alive until you brought it up.
I'm just saying millions of people are out there seeing that, Chuckster.
They
and
want to.
I'm just saying it's not like
they
it's
want.
going out in a vacuum. People are seeing that. Look, my point on this thing is, look, don't belittle a person like LeBron James and Kevin Durant because their diction or their use of grammar is not as good as yours, and do not belittle them in saying that an athlete is only good for dribbling a basketball. Look at LeBron James' body of work. Look at D. Wade's body of work. Look at a lot of the players in the NBA's body of work when it comes to social issues, when it comes to helping communities. Come on.
Well,
I think
we're
better than that.
I think that's also the
better than that.
I think that's also.
Ernie, let me ask you a question. You think if one of these players said something that Fox News agree with, you think she wouldn't say that? She wouldn't tell him to shut up and dribble.
I know.
That's my point. So we ain't gonna waste our time with Fox News.
And lastly, about one thing I had to learn as well. I grew up in New York City, and I went to the University of North Carolina, and then all of a sudden I heard people with Southern drawl. In Southern drawl, I used to say, "Wow, man, they talk so slow. Maybe they aren't as quick." Until I started getting my papers back, and they were getting A's, and I was getting C's and C pluses. So then you go, "Oh, well, the diction doesn't matter in terms of the educational value of what goes on."
Knowledge.
And then you come to Los Angeles, and everyone has a different way of talking. And you go to New York, and they talk faster, and it's where you are, and you don't have appreciation for the people that are different from you. That what dictates who you are. Anyone can agree with the people who are like you. I can easily say, "Oh, me and Chuck, oh wow, we play ball. Oh, we're both black. We're gonna have a same attitude." But it's when people are different from you that judges your character, how you treat them.
And there's way too. And look, we'll close this out. I know we got to go
Everybody's
break,
not
but
like you, Ernie.
there's way too much of groups just insulating themselves. Like, if you're going to think like me, I'm going to hang with you. If you're going to think like them, I don't want anything to do with you. And that is no way to go, and that's no way to make progress. And every time I see it, it makes me sick.